Hey guys, it's me, Princess, duh, gang slat, all that okay, right? Oh, anyways, before we get started, make sure that you like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell your baldity granny, a beauty king that you know, and a pretty bad John to come over here and listen because I got a lot of stuff to talk about that you can learn from. Today is December 19th, 2024, and 2025 is literally knocking right at our door, okay? Um, the world is losing its mind right now. Nothing makes sense. And it kind of feels like there's this black, dark cloud over top of everyone right now. And I know that sounded so morbid, but we're being for real right now, okay? Um, I've attempted to make this video like so many different times, and I just keep getting so emotional. Either I'm pregnant or my period's on the way. So that's that. And but I'm joking. I don't think I'm not pregnant. I'm not pregnant. I just be saying stuff, y'all. Okay, you gotta have sex to get pregnant. I don't be having fuck. I don't be doing that. I really don't be. So anyway, um, y'all. So I go into my Facebook yesterday and I see that there's a standoff going in Chambersburg, right? Some man had two knives and he was threatening his family over on like a street where like Chambersburg is like, I don't know, bro. It's like it's getting to be a bit much. Like it's getting to be a bit much. And you know what? We're gonna save that little spiel real quick. We're gonna say rest in peace, King, because baby boy, you did not deserve that. You did not deserve. You did not deserve that. To all of his family, to the Floyds, to everybody else that loves him, that rock with him, to people, you know, that surrounded themselves with him, y'all, keep him alive. Keep his name alive. Keep his name alive because he did not deserve. He was a baby, bro. To me, I be thinking everybody's a baby if they're like in their early 20s and stuff. But like, I'm only emotional because like it's affecting. It's affecting me. It's affecting me. It's affecting me because I'm tired of black men dying. I'm tired of black men dying. I'm tired of black men not having a safe space in the world. I'm tired of black men having to hurts for Chambersburg. My heart hurts for my old city, bro. Chambersburg did not used to be like that, bro. Chambersburg was a place. Oh, let me catch my breath. Chambersburg. Chambersburg was a place to go to get your life in order. You go there to get your life in order, or you've been there and you've been retired. I lived there for 9 years of my life. I gave birth to two of my children there. Okay? I gave birth to two children in that town. And the reason why it's affected me is because, like I said, imagine literally being in a place where it felt like Narnia. Like you could literally walk outside of your house. You could take walks 2, 3, 4, 5 in the morning, not be bothered. Go walk down the streets, not be bothered. But over the course of the years, with people coming from different places outside of Chambersburg, bringing a certain different type of mentality to a place that's never really been exposed to that. It's like giving a kid candy that's never had candy before. Do you get where I'm coming from? You have people from Jacksonville, Florida, Tampa, Florida, Columbia, South Carolina, Greenville, South Carolina. You have the people from Philly coming to Chambersburg. And then you have the people from New York, like the Bronx and upstate and Harlem, all different types of places from New York, right? Chambersburg is literally like in the center. You got people from Ohio. You feel where I'm coming from? Coming there. And it was like, the town was not like that before, bro. It hurts my heart because it's like the things to do that was fun there was to go to work, like to go get some money. To go get you some money, you go work at P&G, you go work at Ulta, you go work at Staples, you go work at Target, like the distribution centers. We're talking about the warehouses, y'all. And it's just so crazy to me because it's just like, what the fuck? Everybody in that town knows each other, related. Everybody, it's like everybody knows everybody in that town. Everybody hangs out with everybody. The beefs that people might have, like their little petty, little messy, little type beefs and stuff like that or whatever, right? But Chambersburg, in my opinion, was never that type of place to be with gun violence and stuff like that until as of recently, as of like the recent years. And I want to say maybe about like 7 years ago, maybe about like 6 years ago, guns started becoming like a real live norm in Chambersburg. And one of the scariest things to me is that like, it hurts my heart because like I really could have been one of the people that ended up on the news, somebody whose body would have been on the ground, because I have an ex-husband who had a bad temper. You know where I'm coming from? I already done told y'all, like, he done already made the news too. Like, you get my point. He's in the news article. We'll pull that up real quick. I'm not finna sit here and show y'all too much. Fuck, I'm so sorry. I'm not sorry. But, y'all see what this says? That's my ex-husband, okay? You see the article, right? This is in Chambersburg. This just happened in April. Literally, that's why I had to leave. I had to leave that city because guns were starting to be, like, I expected here in Fayetteville, but, like, I live in a different side of town, so it's, like, not finna happen type shit, right? But to know that, like, literally, like, that town is, they're going for blood, and it's so crazy, and it's just like my mind is literally everywhere right now when it comes to this, because it's just like, before I left, what else? Like, what else had happened? My neighbor, he had unalived himself. I was on my way. Matter of fact, free Huna, because Huna, he's in the, he's serving time right now. He's away, but I'll show y'all Huna, free Huna, or whatever. He's from Alaska, and he was a rapper from Alaska. And it was so crazy because, like, his first day, I don't feel like showing it, but he's a rapper from Alaska. His name is Huna. Look him up, Favorite Huna. He did a thing with Pootie, whatever. And the first day that he came to come get me, because he had just got from the airport. He had got his car, a rental joint, and he had came to come pick me up. And the first thing he sees is a man, like, doing a standoff with the police and then unalives himself. You feel where I'm coming from? And he was like, dang, is it always like this out here? And I'm like, to be honest, no, it's really not. Because mind you, I lived in the suburbs. I was like, no, to be honest, it's not. And I was like, and that's why I really got to leave. Like, because it wasn't making no sense. Like, it wasn't adding up. Like I just showed y'all, like with my ex-husband, he sat and did that to the person that, like, I was dealing with. And then another homeboy of mine, like, he's going to be away for the rest of his life because somebody tried to rob him and he unalived them. You see my point? So the moral of the story is like, my heart hurts for a city that was once so pure. Like, you think about one of those American towns where like you can go pick apples if you're hungry. If you need corn, you can go get some corn. If you need some sugar, you can really go knock on your neighbor's door to go get you some sugar. Like, if you needed anything, that was one of them type of towns. You feel where I'm coming from? And one of the great things about that town, the city, is the fact that I used to always go to the studio. And I tell you guys this all the time. Like, for me, I didn't want to go to the clubs and I didn't want to go to the bars out there because I just felt like it was like all beneath me. And I know that that might sound like super like, what is the word? Shallow or whatever the word is. But the truth is the truth. So I would just go hang out at the studio. Like, instead of me going to the club, I'd rather go to the studio. And that's why I be saying sometimes, like, fuck the niggas at the stew. Like, I love the niggas at the stew, but, like, fuck y'all niggas. Because, like, you know, y'all didn't realize y'all was my safe space for real. Like, they weren't the guys that Connected Sound. Like, I don't feel like the men at the Connected Sounds when I was working with them at the studio. I just felt like they never really gave me my flowers. And I feel like they tried to overlook me. And I feel like they thought that there was females that were like better off than me, if that makes sense. Because mind you, this is like, you know, I was doing my podcast. I was trying to start my podcast. I was doing modeling. I was bringing, you know, different artists there, and they already have their own motion. You feel where I'm coming from? Like, Connected Sounds is the studio where Lil Skies goes and records. And that's another thing. That's what makes it sad, is because the guy that got, you know, how this happened to him, I can't even say this without feeling like sad. He would go to the studio too. And it's just like, that was a safe place for us. You know, it was a safe place for creatives. And that's why I did like Connected, because they did allow, you know, creative people to come there. But my thing is like, I don't know. Like, my mind is really blown, y'all. My mind is so lost. I found out because literally, so I go onto Facebook and then I'm looking at a live, and then like I didn't realize that the live was Chambersburg, and then it's like, oh, police standoff. And I'm like, wait, what? That's by my old house. This man has 2 knives. This is just yesterday. 2 knives in his threatening family, and then he's sitting up having a police standoff. Let me see if I can find it. And then it's just like, when did Chambersburg become like this? And then the craziest part about Chambersburg being like this is the fact that their hospital doesn't even have a trauma unit. So if you get shot in Chambersburg, if you have any type of like real like bad thing happen to you, you're like low-key done for, bro. They gotta fly you to Hershey. Bro, Hershey's like 2 hours away. Imagine fighting for your life and having to get 2 hours away. You see? Like, and I'm not saying that the police out there aren't equipped for trauma, but the cops out there are just really known for giving traffic tickets. Like, let's be for real. Like, they're great police officers, but you can't really expect them to be able to maneuver a certain way when they're not really used to getting this intensity of weirdness. Like, I don't want to get into too much of the stuff, but pray for Chambersburg for real, bro. Because Chambersburg, like I said, this is a city that does not even have a trauma unit in the hospital. When my ex-husband came to my house, and if I'm lying, I'm flying, and I'm definitely sitting down, and I don't care who feels about nothing, and I might get emotional again, and that's also why I had to up and dip on that place. My ex-husband came to my front door August of 2023 with a AK-47, okay? And was pointing his gun not just at me, but at the neighbors and stuff too, okay? And it's so crazy because it's just like, you're not even like that, bro. But because that's what's portrayed, or I don't even know. And like, this is a ramble session and it's not making no sense to me because none of this makes sense to me. to know that another young bull, rest in peace, Pat, you get where I'm coming from? He's always showed me a good time when I used to pop out. You get where I'm coming from? He was also a friend of the young man that lost his life yesterday, right? And it's so sad. It's so sad to see that Pat was Keem's cover photo for the longest. And Keem didn't even know that he was next. The only thing that Chambersburg says that they have is the picture of the car getting away, right? And they're doing this investigation. And mind you, what's crazy is Southgate is right by the projects. Well, it is in the projects. And I used to always ask people all the time and be like, how you guys can call this the projects? And it's really nice because mind you, where I'm from, the projects, you see rats and stuff, and you know, they running around and dirty diaper kids with snotty noses and real projects. You feel where I'm coming from? And it's like they let all the outsiders bring in this really weird mentality. And I'm an outsider, but I didn't bring in the weird mentality. I thought it was a cute little town or whatever. But they're doing this investigation now, and says that it was like a fight broke out or whatever. And mind you, are they ever gonna get that man? Like, are they gonna find this person? Like, are y'all gonna find him, Chambersburg? Are y'all gonna find him? That's crazy. That's crazy. So that was my little morning rant. I need to go get coffee in a little bit. I'll probably come back on here and make another video in a little bit, but as of right now, like, look at this, y'all. Like, as of right now, my brain is maxed out. Like, then, like, I'm sitting over here, and then, like, man, look, I'll get back on here later. I love y'all.